of my coffee sticks. Inhaling those arms overhead. Exhale, release. Inhale those arms overhead. Exhale, release. Walking those arms out in front of you. Splitting those knees open for Balasana, child's pose. Reaching those fingertips forward.
When you spelt it the other day, I was like, oh, that's really funny.
Slowly rolling it up. Inhaling those arms overhead. Exhale, dropping those elbows back, gaze goes up. Reaching those arms out by your side, rolling those shoulders front and back. It is bright.
Yeah, it is.
3, 2, 1. Dropping that left arm down, right arm comes overhead. Stretching out that right side of the body. And coming up to center, dropping that right elbow down, left arm comes overhead. Coming back up, bringing those hands underneath the shoulders in quadruped, circling to the right, over those wrists, keeping those pointer fingers pointing front. And circling to the left. Tucking those toes underneath, knees come off the mat, holding a hover here. Stepping the feet front and back, and front and back, front. Keep it going, holding it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stepping back, heels down, down dog. Pressing that chest into the mat. Opening up those shoulders. Let's just coffee all over. Bringing that left heel into the sky, hooking that left foot down, squaring those hips off to the left side of the room. Releasing that left leg all the way down to the floor and coming back up with the hook and down and hook, down. Last 2. Holding that left leg down, circling it all the way to the front of the mat. Placing that left foot down, dropping that right knee, low lunge. Inhale, arms come overhead. Arms come all the way behind that head, clasping those fingers. Grounding through that left heel. Contract the core. Little crunches here. both hands down on the outsides of that left foot, tucking those right toes underneath, coming up. Extending that left arm up to the sky. Sending that left arm to the front of the room, bringing that right leg in and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last one, dropping that right heel down, right toes 45 degrees, halfway lift, pyramid pose. Taking a deep breath in and exhale. This is different without music.
Yeah.
Placing those hands down on the back mat, contracting that body forward, lengthening those fingertips, forward fold. Slightly turning out that left foot, stepping that right foot forward into Malasana. Both feet should be 45 degrees, sending those hips down, chest lifted. Tapping behind the left leg first and then the right. Take a tap, down, left. I mean right. Taking it to the backs of the mat, walking back. Staying here. Holding Malasana down, chest is lifted, hips are up. Coming all the way down to your mat. Shins parallel to the mat, arms by their side. Hands to heart center. Throwing the arms right to left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Grabbing the outsides of those feet, heels up, chest lifted. Holding here. Coming back parallel. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Grabbing the outside of those feet, heels up, chest lifted. One more time, parallel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Grabbing the outside, heels up, chest lifted, boat pose. Catching your breath here. We're about to roll forward and do a mini burpee. Bringing those heels together. Placing those feet on the mat. Coming up to standing, arms up. Take it down and back. And up. No jump at the top. Unless you really want to have it. If you need to modify it, just step 1 foot back at a time and back in. If not, jump it back in front. 3 more. Last one. Arms up. Bringing those hands to heart center, flat back, forward fold. That wasn't cardio. That was sculpt. Clasping those hands behind your head. Slowly releasing those hands down. Left hand comes in front of that right foot, right arm goes up, binding it behind the back. Releasing that right arm in front of that left foot, left arm up. Binding it. Left hand comes down. Walking those hands forward, stepping those legs back, high plank. Coming onto your elbows, holding low plank. Hips stick to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to the left. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Holding center. Derek. Salem is screaming. Dropping those knees down, sitting back into the hips. Walking those hands forward. Balasana. How are you doing? Oh, you are?
It's colder today than yesterday. That's what the temperature says.
You're getting a time lapse of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tucking those toes underneath. Downward dog. Right heel goes up to the sky. Hooking that right foot. Tapping that right foot down and back up. Last one. Sending that right foot all the way forward, replacing that right hand. Dropping that left knee down, arms come overhead, low lunge, grounding through that right heel. Placing those hands behind the head, contracting the core. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands come to the outsides of that right foot, tucking that right toe underneath, right arm rises. Circling that right arm forward, bringing that left knee in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice job placing that left foot at the top of your mat to meet the right. Forward fold. Clasping those hands behind your back. Releasing those hands down to the mat, toe heel, walking those feet out. You're going to want them wider than your mat. Feet are 45 degrees, adding a slight bend, rolling it up. Bending into that right leg, arms come forward, holding it here. Right knee should be over the toes. Slowly shifting to that left leg. To the right. Keeping that chest lifted, hands to heart center, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. Last one, to the left. Coming to center for goddess, left shoulder comes forward. Right shoulder comes forward. Coming to center, hands to heart center. Take those hips up and down. Up, down. This is gonna be our second burst of cardio. We're gonna do jumping jacks for 1 minute. So 3, 2, 1, here we go. Keep it up. Ooh. Yeah, it is. To the right. That is extreme. Keep it going. To the back. At least go here. To the right. Back to front. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming onto your mat, sitting all the way down. Rolling onto your backs, grabbing those knees. Rocking right to left. Holding it here. Rocking those knees right to left. Grabbing the outsides of those feet. Rocking right, left. Sending those feet over the head and coming back up to a standing position. Inhaling those arms overhead. Stepping back with that right foot, 45 degrees, halfway pyramid pose. This is the pyramid we did already. Stepping at right foot forward, left foot back. Pyramid. Holding here, pushing at left hip forward. Placing those hands on the mat, forward fold. Walking those hands out. Bring that left foot to meet that right foot. Hands come all the way to the ground. Left foot pulses up to the left. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bringing that left foot down, adding a slight bend, rolling it up. Left knee comes into the body, grabbing that left knee, holding it here. Grabbing the outside of that left foot, placing it on the top of that right hip crease, or taking that left foot all the way down to your ankle. Inhaling those arms overhead. Tree pose. Bring that left knee up, grabbing that knee one more time. Grabbing that outsides of that left foot, extending that heel forward for head to knee pose. Bringing that left knee back in and releasing it down to that right foot. Inhale those arms overhead. Exhale, fall back forward. Right foot is going to kick up to that right side, lifting it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Closing it to that left foot, adding a slight bend in those knees, rolling it all the way up. Right knee comes into the body, holding that right knee. Kind of match today. Bringing that right foot into the left hip crease. Active yogi toes, pressing that right hip open, inhaling those arms overhead. Tree pose, shoulders pushing down and back. Chest lifted. Bringing that right knee up, grabbing the outsides of that right foot, extending that right heel forward. Head to knee pose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly releasing that right foot down. Inhaling those arms overhead. Bending to that right side. Back to center. To the left side. Back to center. Inhale. Flat back forward fold. Halfway lift. Step to your high plank. Shoulders, here we go. Taking those elbows down. Taking those elbows up. Tapping that right shoulder, tapping that left shoulder. Elbows down, elbows up. Right, left. Elbows down, elbows up. Right, left. Elbows down, elbows up. Right, left, all the way down. Hip ticks to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice job taking those knees down. Hips stay up, walking those fingertips forward. Pressing that chest into the mat for puppy dog pose. Finding your breath. Slowly sitting those hips down, Balasana. Reaching that right arm up, high to the sky. Weaving it underneath that left hand, palm down, shifting those hips up for a deep shoulder stretch. Releasing that right arm, sending it front. Sitting back into those hips. Left arm goes up. Left arm weaves under that right arm. Palm to the floor. Releasing that left arm front, slowly sending the hips down. Rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Coming all the way back down to the mat, circling those legs in front of you for Baddha Konasana. Heels into the body, hands on the toes, keeping that chest lifted, holding here. Walking those hands out in front of you. Walking those hands back up, keeping that chest lifted, bringing those knees together, sending those heels down, inhaling those arms up. Exhale, coming down to those toes, keeping a flat back here, slowly curving down. Flat back, and curve it down. Flat back, and take it down. Slowly rolling up, placing those fingertips facing forward, heels come down to the mat, hips come up, dropping that head back, hips pushing up to the sky. Coming back to center. You're gonna tap that left foot with that right hand. Tap, down, switch. Keeping that core engaged. Keep it going. Five, 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice job. Sending those hips through those hands. Inhaling one more time. Exhale, forward fold. Slowly rolling it up. Taking that left heel in, right heel in that left hip crease, or an easy seated position, or on your knees, whatever is comfortable. Inhaling those arms up. Right elbow drops back, left arm on top, pushing that elbow down. And stretching down to your left side. Coming back to center, releasing those arms down. Switching those feet out. Left foot in that right hip crease. Inhaling those arms up. Exhale, right arm to the left elbow. Coming to that right side. Keeping those shoulders back, chest lifted. Coming back to center. Releasing those hands down, feet stretch out to the tops of your mat. Contracting into the core and rolling down one vertebrae at a time onto your mats. Hands come down by your side. Taking a minute to slow down the breath. Bring both knees into the body, rocking right to left. Grabbing that right foot, placing it on the top of that left knee, leaving those arms underneath, pushing that right knee out. Crossing that right knee on top of the left, grabbing the outsides of both feet, pulling those heels out and away from each other. Like pull them close to you, in, and then up and out. Yeah, like that. So pulling them apart and into you all at the same time. 3, 2, 1. Releasing those legs. Left arm comes on top of that right knee. Left leg, I mean. Weaving those arms through. Pushing that left knee out with that left elbow. And crossing that right knee on top of the left. Pulling those feet away and to you at the same time, keeping them up off the ground, pulling them as high as they can away from the ground. And slowly releasing those hands. Bringing those knees into the body one last time, rocking right to left. And extending those heels down for final Shavasana.